Thanks for having me. Good to go. Awesome, cool. Thank you for having me. So I'm back from New York over winter break. I'm actually going to be playing a show tonight at Smithers Brewery with one of my fellow musicians and friends, Maddie J, as well as Elijah Quinn. It starts at 8 p.m., but I think you can come at 7, squeeze in there before it gets packed. So yeah, in the past year, I've been playing a lot of shows on the East Coast, in New York, and I actually recorded an acoustic album called West. They're going to be for sale at the show tonight, and pretty much what I wanted to do is put out an album with some of my songs that were in kind of the live format as I usually do, so without any production or synthesizers, anything like that. And it's been a really fun project, so I'm going to play some of the songs from there today and talk about those. So the first song I'm going to do is called Somewhere Across the Rainbow. The day that we were born, I can't help but wonder if we knew that there would be a storm and they name it after you. Found a way to mourn, imagined you in summers by the shore, but now I'm all alone and I have to face the truth. 'Cause I see photographs of the last time you and I finally laughed, said you're feeling better and it's gonna pass. And I held your hand, and I hate being sad, but I don't know how to be when no one has any answers here for me. It's like no one understands. And oh, you're so much better. Oh, that's what I hope. There's somewhere across the rainbow and you're finally home. Oh, I'll send a letter. Oh, I wanna go. There's somewhere across the rainbow that you call your home. This year was all a mess. I swore to God that I'd never be fine. This feeling in my chest has been lifting with the tide. And I see photographs of the last time you and I finally laughed, said you're feeling better and it's gonna pass. And I held your hand, and I hate being sad, but I don't know how to be when no one has any answers here for me. It's like no one understands. And oh, you're so much better. Oh, that's what I hope. There's somewhere across the rainbow and you're finally home. Oh, send a letter. Oh, I wanna go. There's somewhere across the rainbow that you call Yeah, so as I said before, I'm playing some of the songs from the acoustic album I did. And a lot of these, sometimes I will write songs on piano or on guitar and then take it to a producer. We create big productions around it and everything. And another way I'll write is I'll get what you call beats, which are like produced tracks that have no melody or lyrics over them. And you write songs over that, generally known as top lining. And you can do that with like various beats I get from producers online or my own producer or stuff I make myself. So with a lot of these songs, actually, they had started the reverse way, where it would start with a big produced track, and then for doing this acoustic CD, we'd strip it back to just guitar and singing. So it was a fun little process. The next song, I think I may have done last year when I was here, actually. It's called Wish You Weren't Here. This one came out last fall. We did a music video for it in New York. It was fun. It was my first ever music video. We shot it in slow-mo, which means you shoot everything really, really fast and then put it back at regular speed so it looks like super smooth and has a cool effect. But we shot it in public places, and you're singing this really sped-up song that sounded like a chipmunk. So it was super embarrassing, but looked cool. Anyways, here is Wish You Weren't Here. Wish you weren't here. It looks prettier in postcards and souvenirs. Wish you weren't here. Everybody's running so hard, like the past gon' reappear, yeah. I fall in love with boys who don't love me back. Found myself in choices that leave me sad. Millions of lost cars, lost cause, yeah. Finally signed a deal for my music, yeah. Little do I know it's about to crash, but it's all on a roll now, yeah, roll now. It's been 2 years, I can't count the places on both hands where I've been living in, once giving in. It's been 2 years, I can't count the men I've loved and loved. Well, I wished I was loving him. Oh yeah, it's been 2 years, I can't count the songs I've wrote and sung, and nobody's listening, yeah. So I wish you weren't here. When I go home, everybody's like, oh, tell me what it's like there. Wouldn't say too many prayers. I talk to God all alone, and my friends seem to disappear. I fall in love with girls who don't love me back. Maybe it's a curse I don't understand. Maybe I'm a lost cause, yeah. Stare up at the sky, watch an airplane pass, wondering if I should rethink this path. Cause all I see are flaws now, just flaws now. It's been 2 years, I can't count the fears I faced on both hands when I could have been given in. It's been 2 years, I can't count the men I've loved and loved. Well, I wished I was loving him. Oh yeah, it's been 2 years, I can't count the songs I've wrote and sung, and nobody's listening, yeah. So I wish I weren't here. I try to love it, try to push through, but it's all in tears. Yeah, I wish I weren't here.
So I was just informed my microphone was not working.
Ooh, the third time's a charm.
Third time's a charm. This is CICK 93.9 FM, Smithers Community Radio, and this is a lounge car session on December 28th, 2019. And we'd like to thank our sponsors, City West, BC Touring
So the next song I'm gonna do is called "Long Way Down." It's also from the acoustic album I have. Most of these songs too, I'll be playing tonight at 8 p.m. at the brewery with a guitarist and a drummer. So you'll hear more of the produced type versions. And some of these songs that I'm actually going to be producing, getting in synths, all of that, making them a lot more pop record type things. But yeah, this one is called "Long Way Down."
Well, I go where the clouds go, hit the high road, baby, it's a long way down. But I saw it's the winter, the summer's gonna come back around. There was hope in the high notes, the salty hymnals always brought me down. Used to hold, now I let go, it always hurts more anyhow. Sorry for leaving, I don't wanna be in this place anymore. Don't need no reason, I've been believing it's time to go. Wait for the weekend, wait for the seasons, it never passes, no. And I got a feeling that nothing will keep me up when it's time to go. So I got on a plane and found a new place, baby, it's a long way down. And I was feeling okay, but all the pain seems to know me now, know me now. Sorry for leaving, I don't wanna be in this place anymore. Don't need no reason, I've been believing it's time to go. Wait for the weekend, wait for the seasons, it never passes, no. And I got a feeling that nothing will keep me up when it's time to go. It's time to go, it's time to go, it's time to go. It's time to go, it's time to go, it's time to go. It's time to go, it's time to go, it's time to go. So I go without making a sound. Sorry for leaving, I don't wanna be in this place anymore. Don't need no reason, I've been believing it's time to go. Wait for the weekend, wait for the seasons, it never passes, no. And I got a feeling that nothing will keep me down this time. Sorry for leaving, I don't wanna be in this place anymore. Don't need no reason, I've been believing it's time to go. Wait for the weekend, wait for the seasons, it never passes, no. And I got a feeling that nothing will keep me up when it's time to go. Yeah, I got a feeling that nothing will keep me up when it's time to go.
The end. How's that? Good. So I have two more songs for you guys. The next two, I guess the next one actually, is probably one I'm going to release as a single and get produced. I wrote this one over, I guess I've written it multiple times. I'd written it originally over a track about 2 years ago as a pop production and had a pre-chorus I really liked. And whenever I would perform for people, everyone would comment on the pre-chorus, how much they loved it, and something still didn't feel right. So I would keep rewriting all the verses and choruses into tons of different formats and everything. And then kind of forgot about it. And this past year, I guess finally wrote a version that I liked. So rewrote a version, thought it was good, fixed up all the lyrics, and finally was like, this is telling the song in its best format. So it's probably been rewritten like 10 times so far, which is funny. The last one I wrote once, and it was kind of good to go. Felt nice. So anyways, this one's called Lights Go Out.
Well, you called again, said I miss you, babe. Yeah, the future feels so shitty. Been a while since that night that we fell apart in New York City. You've been tossing and turning and breathing is hurting, don't know what to do. And when I pray, I've been praying for two. And I don't know if scars ever really fade away, or if they're our DNA now, hey now. And I don't know if stars ever give up on the way that they're taking us, but hey, hey now. Baby, baby, I love you till lights go out, till lights go out. Baby, baby, I love you till lights go out, till lights go out. And if they take you, let me know they didn't break you and you're alright. Girl, I thank you. It was an honor to go with you through this whole damn life. Baby, I love you till lights go out. Well, I booked a flight to you overnight, and you cried right when you saw me. And Berlin is nice, so we danced all night and forgot about our bodies. And I don't know if scars ever really fade away, or if they're our DNA now, hey now. And I don't know if stars ever give up on the way that they're taking us, but hey, hey now. Baby, baby, I love you till lights go out, till lights go out. Baby, baby, I love you till lights go out, till lights go out. And if they take you, let me know they didn't break you and you're alright. Girl, I thank you. It was an honor to go with you through this whole damn life. Baby, I love you till lights go out. Remember when we used to get stressed about rent, stressed about college, and stressed about men? Remember when we used to care what we were gonna wear? Yeah, I can't wait till the day we get stressed about the future and stressed about men again, and all our silly fears. And baby, baby, I love you till lights go out, till lights go out. Baby, baby, I love you till lights go out. Oh, baby, I love you, I love you. Oh, baby, I love you, I love you. Oh, baby, I love you till lights go out.
one song left for you guys. But first, wanted to remind anyone listening that there's going to be a show tonight, 8 p.m., the Smithers Brewery, playing with Maddie J and Elijah Quinn, and we're going to have Michael Wilford on drums. We've been practicing since getting home, and it's sounding very cool. So come have beers and hang out with us and listen to music. So this next song is called Nightlight. And I wrote this one. This is also one that I wrote many years ago when I first got to New York. I attended school in Boston for songwriting and was writing for a lot of other artists, a lot of singers at the time. And then finally went to New York in 2015 over the summer to do some internships, was continuing writing for people. And eventually some producers left my vocals on some of the demos I had made, and that's when I started putting out my own music and singing on my own stuff. So I went back to Boston, finished my last year of school, returned to New York in 2016, and decided to put out my first EP, which is like a shorter album, so 4 songs. And I worked with a producer. We made a fully produced project, and it was my first time singing in the studio or doing any of that. It was very nerve-wracking. But we had written a song called Nightlight and made it very dancey. K-pop was the vibe we were going for, if any of you guys are familiar with that. We released it all, and then I didn't really put out music for another 2 years. I'd come back here for a summer and was all over, didn't really work on any new projects. And finally, last year, I began releasing new stuff. So I took all my old stuff down because I was like, this has nothing to do with my current sound. But my sister, I used to always send her my demos, my sister Sarah. I used to always send her acoustic demos before I produced things. And when I was working on this album, West, she was like, can you please do an acoustic version of that one that you took off your last, or put on your last album? So that's what this is. It's called Nightlight, and I rewrote it a bit too. It's a lot less K-poppy. So.
I'm strong, but I'd let you save me and take me away. Change me from a lone ranger into a girl who says you can stay. Now I'm brave, but I'd let you find me and taste what it's like. Soon you'll be the first one who stays up with me my whole life. I think I'm pretty good by myself, but when I saw you, baby, oh, I felt something I ain't never heard about, so I held you. Ooh, you're too damn bright to be shining alone. You're too damn bright, and I've been thinking that, oh, in my nightlight, no need to go home alone. Ooh, and when my eyes think they can't take anymore, and I'm collapsed here on the bedroom floor, just hold me tight and let the feeling show, 'cause I'm too bright to be shining alone. I've climbed to the top of the mountains and taste what it's like. You have been the first one who stayed up with me my whole life. And I'll cave full of tears on the bad days and make it okay. And when you're falling apart, I'll hold you the same way. I think I'm pretty good by myself, but when I saw you, baby, oh, I felt something I ain't never heard about, so I held you. Ooh, you're too damn bright to be shining alone. You're too damn bright. Oh, my nightlight, no need to go home alone. Ooh, and when my eyes think they can't take anymore, and I'm collapsed here on my bedroom floor, just hold me tight
the audience. It is December 28th, and this is CICK 93.9 FM, Smithers Community Radio. This has been a lounge car session, so we'd like to thank the BC Touring Council, the Province of British Columbia, and the BC Arts Council, as well as City West for sponsoring these sessions. And specifically, we'd really like to thank Elena Goddard. So thank you so much, Elena, for coming in. Thanks for tuning in. Back to your regular programming.